Welcome everybody back to Boost in Motion, guys. And today we are back in the new studio. We're gonna make some changes, but this is the new lab. This is where we're at. And in this video, we're gonna talk about New York City exhaust laws. Yes, so they are in effect, and it's not an April Fool's joke. This really went into play. So we're gonna go through some litigation and some verbiage. But yes, guys, we want to know what we can actually do. So, guys, you already know what to do. Hit that intro. Welcome everybody back to Boost in Motion, guys. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Thank you. So welcome back everybody back to the channel. If you are subscribed to this channel, please, you already know what to do. Hit the like button. And if you are new to this channel, watch this video. It may be a little boring, but watch some my other more exciting videos. And then if you do like it, hit the subscribe button also. Also, everybody that's watching, I am Boost in Motion, and I just really appreciate you guys for watching. So let's talk about it. So last year, some litigation was brung up saying something called the Sleep Act. And pretty much it's just pretty much litigation that they put into position to fine us for making alterations to our exhaust systems on our Q50s, Infinitis, G37s, BMWs, whatever automotive, and also including motorcycles too. So it also doesn't exclude motorcycles. But am going to show you guys a quick screen share because it went into rule April 1st. So people think it's a joke, but it's actually not. So let's quickly look over it. Let's go. It said the current laws right now were about $150 for exhaust modifications. So $150 fine for aftermarket violations to muffler and exhaust systems, right? But now the bill will increase to $1,000, right? Now there was a little bit of verbiage here that I do want to speak to you guys about, and when I read it, I was like, okay. So this is where it is right now, right? Ready? No person shall in the state sell, offer for sale, or install of the following muffler or exhaust system of a motor vehicle with a cutout, bypass, or similar device which amplifies or increases the noise emitted by the motor or exhaust system if of such above that emitted by the muffler or exhaust system originally installed on the vehicle. Pretty much the saying is they don't want repair shops or you making any exhaust changes that you can make the car louder with the exhaust systems. But also look at this verbiage. It has a cutout, bypass, or similar device, right? So honestly, cutouts are not something that's usually used for street use. Bypasses are more of some cars come stock with that, but they have bypasses, but it's on a OEM muffler system. So you can still change the levels. Like BMWs have it. My Q60 has it with its aftermarket exhaust system, or a similar device which amplifies the noise. Right. Let me move forward here. No, let me just repeat this. No person shall in the state sell, offer, or for sell or install a motorcycle exhaust system without an internal baffle system known as straight pipes. So this also affects motorcycle people too. Now, there was a little bit of verbiage here that I looked at and I was like, this is just like, let me see. No power. This one says, let me move a little bit forward. Bear with me, guys. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Okay, I think I passed it. Don't beat me up, guys. Because I don't really want to talk about the motorcycle part because they're really applying this to the motorcycle people too, because they honestly have the louder exhaust than us. So they're actually going to get cited $1,000 for making their modifications. It's not only coming down on car people who do burble maps and stuff like that. This is coming down on anybody who makes any exhaust modifications to their car. Now I'm gonna click off. This is the bill. So now you know that this is a real bill. Now, I also went into this other site. Let me see if I can actually pop it up real quick. I'm gonna screen share this other one. Bear with me, guys. This is from aftermarket site that talks about fact or fiction, or if this is actually true. So they said In 2021, New York enacted a bill into law called the Sleep Act, which aims to crack down excessive loud vehicles, right? And April 1st, it goes into play. So it's not a joke, guys. So moving forward, claim versus rating, which is if it's fiction or fact. The new bill in New York will ban exhaust modification. And ratings, they say this is fiction. In January 2021, lawmakers in New York introduced a pair of bills, and they stated the statutes seeking to curb loud exhaust in trucks, and it also include motorcycles. The bills were amended several times prior to passage and were approved by Huckle in late October. Importantly, the proposal did not change the state's existing exhaust noise laws, which require every motor vehicle to be equipped with a muffler in a working condition and prohibits the installation of bypass, cutouts, and similar devices. Comparable language is universally used by states across the country and designed to prevent motorists from deleting their mufflers and or catalytic converters. Decatting your car is actually illegal, a federal law. You're not supposed to decat your car, period, and add test pipes or catless exhaust systems. This is Ultima 3.0 T guys and 3.7 guys. So, what does the new law change? Put simply, it allows police to write larger fines for breaking the existing law. Prior to the enactment, New York had one of the lowest exhaust noise fines in the country. This bill gives police the discretion to write larger tickets capped at $1,000. Here's another claim. New York's noise bill will create a 60 decibel muffler limit. That's not true. Period. I don't even have to read. I'm gonna read it for you guys, but it's not true. You have a lot of cars, such as my C63, Hellcats. We can go the list. These cars make between 70 to 90 decibels, almost 100 decibels stock. So from OEM factory, and every car is different. So you can't give everybody the same limit across different exhaust systems and modification, or not even modification of how the cars come from factory. It's just not possible. So they said, as mentioned, do not change in New York. New York's okay. It simply gives the police discretion to enforce against bad actors. However, the initial version of the bill were quite different from the final product. This is what happens with politics, guys. They hit you hard at the start, but sooner or later they start pulling things out because at the end of the day, they just sometimes they can't get away with some of this shit. So what sort of differences are we talking about? As initially drafted, cars and trucks would have to be limited to 60 decibels of exhaust noise, subject to $1,000 flat. Police cars would have to be equipped with a sound meter to help enforce the law. None of these proposals made it to the final version of the bill. The decibel limit was removed as it would be rendered practically on every car on the road illegally, road as illegal. The universal fine was changed and to a cap, and the sound meters were scrapped as well. Now, this sound meter thing is kind of BS because shout out to Slow Speed. He talked about it in his video where his boy, I think it's JR14 with the VW actually got caught with one of these sound meters, and they hit him with 98 decibels, and he has to go get refereed or inspected for his car being loud. So we still don't know about this part yet. Once I find out more information about these cameras that can record how loud your car is and give you a ticket, I will definitely get to you guys. Lastly, the letter sent to retailers and vehicle inspecting states that all exhaust modifications are illegal. Once again, that's fiction. The letters are misleading and make overly broad statements about what the law does. As it relates to cars and trucks, the Sleep Act added one new section to the law on which police may begin to enforcing April 1st. And it gives you the statutes, which states that a cutout, bypass, or similar device may not be used to increase a vehicle's muffler noise. As stated before, these parts were already illegally. These parts were already illegally are legal for street use in the country, and especially in New York. So honestly, they just added new verbiage. So that would be up to the discretion of the police officer or trooper, whoever choose you, to state that you have a cutout, bypass, or similar device. Honestly, I have cops that watch me, troopers that watch me. If you really want to pull somebody and give them $1,000 ticket, honestly, they're probably gonna give you $1,000 tickets. Either no one, they really hate that you got a Honda, or G37 with a flame map, or two, honestly, the cop might be a dick because it's $1,000 ticket. I hope that most of this stuff does get thrown out, but also on top of that, you'll get this ticket, but you still have to go and get refereed or inspected by whatever location they want you to go to, and they'll of course test the car and see if it actually passes, and then if you don't pass, they will tell you to try to go and get it repassed. I think after the first or second attempt, for your car trying to pass, then you would actually get the ticket. Honestly, I think this is just one of the things that a bunch of Karens and Kevins got tired of loud exhaust in their specific places. In New York City, people got really upset with this because I hate to say it, BMWs and Infinitis just be losing their mind with the bubble pops and bangs. It's completely ridiculous. Like you have a G37, and it sounds like you're popping them 80s at nighttime. Just boom. Same thing with the F80, F80 M3s, the S55 ones. Explosions. I'm talking about in the middle of the night that woke me up. And at some point, it's like, we got to stop this hot boy shit. Like, I get it. You want to do your flame map and all that, but this is what happens with idiots want super loud. Like, we've always had muffler deletes on VQs. We've always had this stuff. But it took to the point that we had tuners that can give you explosions that this is what happens. This is where we're at right now. People think there's gunshots going off and there's explosions. People got terrified in the last 2 years. So this is our fault. This is our fault. As much as we want to get mad at people putting up stuff into play, we created this problem. We us being hot boys, like, yo, I want to have explosions. This is what happens. Flames don't do this. Flame apps doesn't do this. Explosions do. Period. Not little pop burbles. This is full-fledged explosions. But this part I'm going to show you guys last, and honestly, it just makes this is just what I don't like about it. Let me just screen share this one last thing, and this is going to be directly from the horse's mouth. All right, let's screen share that, and just listen to what she says.
Is going to be a major step toward the little issues, that the annoyances that don't have to be there, because life is tough enough. Life is hard enough. And we can find a problem, as small as it may seem to other people, but affects your sense of well-being and the well-being of your family, then it should be risen up to the level, then it rises up to the level of attention to our senators and our legislature who believed in this cause, passed this bill, and now I have the privilege as your governor to sign it into law to make this become a reality. So I thank everyone for what you did to bring us here today, and I look forward to signing.
And that's the problem, guys. That is it. We made this problem become a thing. We did this. No matter what. Is this really going to be a problem? We don't know. Police officers have a lot more important things to deal with. With the addition of the speed cameras in New York City, we see less police officers pulling over for speeding unless you're on the highway. But in the streets, there's so much speed cameras, like their division for catching people on regular roads has diminished. And unless you're on the highway, that's when they're trying to catch you. On the regular streets, it's not a high thing. It's not a high priority. Their funds and time has been put into other things right now. So this is one of the things that we created. I'm just going to keep saying that. So as much as you guys want to get upset, like, oh my God, our governors, our litigation, blah, 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 like, we did this. Your VQ did this. That has explosions. All right? Your BMW with a little pop burble explosions. You guys did this. We did this. We can't blame Hellcats for this one. We can't. We can't blame them for that. But at the end of the day, I'm going to bring it to a close by saying like this. We don't know how far this is going to go. The next time I find some information, more information about the cameras that record and to take a photo of your license and then send you the summons and tell you to go to the inspection station. Once I find more information about that, I will make another video updated about this. But as of right now, guys, this is in play as of August 1st. So look up the information on it. They can still technically pull you over if you have a loud exhaust. Before, they can always have done that before. But in this case now, they can actually do a little deep dive, could actually really stick it to you. Before, it would have been a $150 ticket. But if you're trying to be a dick to that cop, he can hit you with $1,000 one. Come on. And lastly, a part of litigation talked about inspection stations or places where that can sell, install, and modify your exhaust. It may affect a lot of these businesses too, but to be honest, they're still gonna do what they're doing regardless. At the end of the day, like they're still gonna sell, modify. It has always been there, right? Has always been. We think they're making a change. It has always been there, unless they hire a huge team of New York State inspectors to go to these muffler shops and retail shops where they sell their stuff. And then they literally said, take this all off your shelves. Listen, you're affecting people's businesses. And it's a huge business that they cannot just say, scrap all these businesses. You can't do that anymore. It's going to be very hard for them to do that. And they already been doing it. It's already been, they didn't make much change anyways to it. So lastly, I think some people have been asking me, so what's going to happen with the exhaust when they go to inspection station? Honestly, it's really up to that inspection station to see if they really care. Honestly, New York State doesn't have the amount of money and manpower to go to every inspection station unless somehow, some way, someone's been complaining about an inspection station saying there's always loud cars over there and they believe there's some type of an activity going on. Karens and Kevins might have to sit there and send a email or a complaint, if you know what I mean. But to be quite honest with you, I think this is if as long as we just keep cool and calm and shut the hell up and stay out of the mayor's way, stay out the governor's way, and just chill and just be car people to our side, we'll be perfectly fine. That's it. Otherwise than that, guys, that was my full video. I really appreciate you guys so much. Hopefully you guys like the digs. I mean, I'm still working on the lighting and everything like that. I think the lighting's a little bit too much. You know, that's a little bit better because it was a little too bright. But I really appreciate you guys. I'm very thankful for y'all. And thank you for always banging with your boy Boost. But outside of guys, you have a good morning, good afternoon, good night. Thank you guys. I appreciate you so much. Thank you. You have a good day. See you in the next one. Wait, hold on. Oh, we got an outro. Thank you everybody for watching. Do appreciate you guys. Love you guys very much. You can also check out the 2 links I posted for some of my other videos. Also on top of that, if you want to purchase some boostinmotion merch, definitely check the link that I posted also. And finally, if you've been watching all my videos and you enjoy them, please hit the link to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you. Thank you.